Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Siren Frost, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Deck Profile Weekly. And now, so we did my first Eugene, and now we're doing Hexaorb Sorceress. Now, what I love about this deck right now is because it reminds me of so much of Oracle Think Tank. And Oracle Think Tank was a clan that I did start out playing Vanguard in, and I wasn't very that good in it. Yeah? I just got home. I did. They were fine. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, that was my uncle in the other room. He didn't know I just got home. So, anyways, as I was saying, I played Oracle Think Tank when I first started playing Vanguard, and Amaterasu was the first deck I actually enjoyed playing. So, this kind of hits home for it, except it's a new generation. So, let's start with the video off by doing the right deck, of course. I'm sorry, my brain just kind of farted. I just had work today. So, we're going with Tri-Connect Sorceress, Tier Square Sorceress for Grade 1, Pentagleam Sorceress for Grade 2, and Hexaorb Sorceress for Grade 3. So this is the right deck that I prefer to see play because it requires both Hexaorb and Pentagleam at the same time, so it's not really a big of a deal, pretty much. So yeah, that's why I chose them. Now, like my Eugene build, this is also hitting home for rainbow triggers as well. But there's a reason for this. Basically, it depends on the effects. It's either a critical or a front trigger when you reveal during a drive check. And if you have Hexaorb on the field. So, here's how I see it this way. I'm playing 4 heals, which is Circuling Sorceress. 3 draw triggers of the 10k shield ones. So, Prorobi. 4 critical triggers, which is the White Fang Witch Disma. 4 copies of White Crow Sorcerer Taxus. And then we also have Olbaria. So, this one right here is the lineup I chosen, TBH. Just because rainbows doesn't really do them, is not big of a problem. Plus, fronts and crits are the main requirements for this deck at the same time. Personally, I know people are saying like, well, no, the fronts don't require shit. Actually, it kind of does. So, just be careful what you say about that. That's my personal opinion. And I used to play Rainbow on a lot of my decks until I got the better triggers and everything else for the deck. So that's the trigger lineup right there. And as for grade 1s, we are playing 12 grade 1s because most of these require to have Hexaorb Sorceress as well. So for this deck right here, we're playing Recurring Magic Lalarita. So 4 of her. Maxine! Stop it! Sorry, my damn dog is outside whining because she wants to come in and say hi. But we're not doing that. So, anyways, I chose 4 of her because not only is she a Hexaorb Sorceress card, but her skill is at the end of the battle, you drive check, reveal a trigger unit. If your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, choose one of your other rear guards, stand it, and retire this unit. So you can have another attack going on in your front row, so to speak. Next, we're also playing 4 copies of Magical Revelations Totris. And the reason why I chose her, because when this unit is placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 Hexaorb Sorceress, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. It helps you get a Persona ride more quicker than anything, because that's what we kind of want to aim for. And that's mainly her skill. Then, we're playing the generic complete guards, which is Lifesaving Angel, Kurabiel. So, pretty much that way. And like I said, having generic complete guards is not that big of a deal. I remember back in the day when a complete guard was so expensive that was hard to even get. So, that's kind of why. So, for grade 2s, we're actually playing, I believe, 12 grade 2s. Okay. Actually, let me hurry and Nope. I'll do the recounting after this video. So we're playing 4 copies of Magic of Objective Kakarone. It's more like Kakarot almost there, but it's Kakarone. And I chose 4 of her because she is a Pentagleam or Hexaorb Sorceress unit. So 4 of her. And I chose 4 copies of Yearnful Magic Izuno. Just the cheaper version, not the hollow version, which I currently own in my possession. And then 2 copies of the Normal's Fortune Reading is what it is. So this is like Amaterasu's skill. You can use it with a counterblast. Look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or bottom of your deck, and draw a card. So it's almost similar to that, pretty much. So yeah, the deck is about the clan of like the clan of seers or the nations of seers, pretty much. So they're the next generation from Amaterasu's team, so to speak. And of course, we're playing 3 copies of Hexaorb Sorceress. And then we have 3 copies of Heaven Sent Great Magic Milmomo, I think it says. I chose her because she's a Hexaorb Sorceress unit for using. When your drive check reveals a triggered unit, if your Vanguard is Hexaorb Sorceress, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 5k power in turn. She'll be an automatic 18k, if plus if it's the front trigger, it should be a 28k beat stick, pretty much. So that's partially why I chose her out of the other units. I know you guys are probably thinking, like, well, maybe I should explain more in the video than I thought, because I didn't explain too much. And I wasn't trying to rush it, and I'm sorry if I did try to sound like I'm rushing it. That was never my intention. But yeah, that is the budget version of Hexaorb Sorceress, and that concludes for Deck Profile Weekly. I hope you guys did enjoy this video very much so. I hope it's been helpful, and gives you guys an idea of how much cards will cost, like on TCG Player. I trust TCG Player more than anything, so that's why I kind of chose it. And yeah, as always, you guys, there'll be a full list in the box down below. Leave a comment down below if what you guys think about this build. If it's good for not for competitive play. I know it's not gonna be good for competitive play, but it could be up there with on a different level to become somewhat of a threat. You know, don't knock it till you try it, because I'm still trying to learn the cards myself too, so I can't really say too much. TBH. But I hope this has actually become very helpful. That's one thing I'm trying to do for these videos now, is because I'm trying to give my best advice possible to some players who can't really afford these kind of cards, or luxurious ones, or something like that. I know it's kind of tough. Believe me, I've been struggling for like money for years. I know how it's like. I know how it goes. So you're not alone in this. But I hope this actually is very helpful. And anyways, you guys, that concludes Deck Profile Weekly. And I hope you guys have a good day, good week, make good choices. Behave yourselves on the weekends, please. No fighting, no drinking. Well, if you want to drink, you fine. But just make sure you have a designated driver on hand. There you go. And yeah, you guys, if you guys like the content I do create, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up for the videos. And, you know, make good choices. And as always, you guys, I've been your not your humble servant, humble host, Siren Frost, signing out.